Welcome back, guys. It is Monday. It's Mindset Monday. It's the best day of the week. And we're back again with another video. As you guys can see, the studio has, grown a little bit more. It's coming together more and more. And I'm really happy with the setup. I hope that you guys are enjoying it also. Um, Hopefully, you can tell the difference in the sound quality and the video quality. And, we're bringing it. Really enjoying being down here in Arizona now for the winter. And I got to tell you, it's fantastic. The weather is so much better than the Pacific Northwest and Seattle, especially this week. I hear it is just cold and nasty there and snowed last week. So for us down here, a little bit of a cold front too, but overall, really, guys, it's so nice. It's sunny, and getting out and enjoying a lot of fresh air and the weather. Where we're at, our place sits, right next to the desert, and it's awesome. The dogs are loving it. The backyard's kind of tore up right now. We are currently getting a pool put in and all that fun stuff. But we're able to go out for walks and enjoy the sunlight and get some fresh air and exercise, and that's awesome. It's really kind of the target, I think, for us to focus on this week is really getting out and starting to enjoy some of that fresh air. Maybe where you're at, it's a little bit colder, or maybe rainy, and just bundle up and keep getting outside. It's really difficult this time of year. It can be difficult this time of year. It's that time right between the holidays where a lot of things are just kind of dead. The motivation is low. So don't beat yourself up about it. But I do encourage you to get out and get those steps and really just to, it helps set your circadian rhythm. It helps you sleep better. It's what we call NEAT, which is non-exercise activity thermogenics. Basically, it's burning calories by not adding stress. It's a great de-stressor both for your body and for your mind. It's just really nice to get out and be able to enjoy the fresh air. Okay. So that's the biggest thing that I want to kind of stress to you this week is, being really be nice to yourself. Don't be so hard. Allow yourself to kind of be in a little bit lower, time of the year. But don't just throw it all away. Right. It's easy to sort of write off this portion of the year and say, oh, in January, I'm going to, go all out and be, 110% in on my health and my fitness. And because don't neglect yourself right now, right? We still have 2 weeks before Christmas and before the new year starts. Do yourself a favor and kind of get a head start now. Don't just go out and, eat like a dumpster fire and just treat yourself like, oh, fuck it, allow yourself to, give yourself that self-love right now. And I don't mean just going out and, forgetting everything and eating whatever you want and all of that. But what I mean is, um, keep up some of those really good habits that are going to help you when you get into January, right? I know everybody wants to go gung ho and like, all right, all the vices right now, and New Year's the time, right? It's not gonna help you reach any of your goals come January. Okay. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's just gonna make it harder. The cravings are gonna be worse, all of those things, right? Now, I'm not saying don't go and enjoy family time and enjoy like, the Christmas dinner and Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, go and enjoy that and celebrate and don't be stressed out about watching everything on those days of the family. But don't get caught up in every single holiday party I have to, go nuts and I'll just, recover in January. Okay. So think about sort of minimizing the damage, as I like to say. Okay. Minimize the damage. When we go to a holiday party, we will front load kind of our proteins, at the early part of the day, and knowing that most holiday parties are heavy in carbs and heavy in fats. And then, again, don't neglect yourself that you can't eat, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. Unless you have allergies or restrictions, obviously. Um, go ahead and allow yourself to taste those things, to enjoy those things. Just don't, when we restrict, then we feel like we have to overindulge, like, oh, January's coming, I'm never going to taste this again, right? So getting that mindset now leading into those holidays that you're not restricting anything, you're just choosing higher quality, ingredients in food and really treating your body right, treating your mind right. All of those things will also help minimize this kind of depressive type of year, whether it's rainy or snowy and cold, and the days are just shorter, darker, and colder. And so minimize those effects by, getting yourself some good exercise. It doesn't have to be a crazy fit workout program. But the more that you move now, if you do decide that's a goal for you in January, that's going to help kind of jumpstart you, if you will. It's just going to help to where it's not so hard to gain the motivation and things in January. And if you really want to set a big program up, you're going to need a baseline before you start that program. Okay. So be getting some exercise, be going to the gym now already, get those things set up. Also, if you haven't been going to the gym and that is a New Year's resolution for you, I know it is for a ton of people because I see it every year. Go ahead and go in now and set all of those things up. So come January, you're not fighting with all the other newcomers. You already kind of have a routine and you understand a little bit more and you're ready to go. Okay. Set yourself up for success. That's what I mean by self-love. Okay. And allow yourself better opportunities to unwind right now. Be very intentional. We talked about this last video. Be intentional with your time that you're spending not working or not with people, and be intentional about what that means. It's not just sitting and not talking to anybody and being on the phone, right? Sometimes it's like, okay, if that's what you want to do, great, but let's be intentional about it, right? If you still have work to do, awesome, set an alarm, be productive, and then enjoy that time away. So all your stuff's taken care of. Now you can fully relax. Getting outside is going to help just feel good. Minimize the damage, right? It's damage limitation from food, from not exercise, from lack of sleep sometimes, right? This can also be just a very stressful time of year. And so we want to minimize the amount of stress, right? Go out like preemptively. If you need to do all that holiday shopping, think about the things that you can do now instead of waiting for the last minute when it's so stressed and all of those things, right? So thinking about all those steps in place now. A lot of times this is also the really busy time at work because, maybe we have a week or 2 weeks off coming up pretty soon for, Christmas or Hanukkah or all those, whatever you celebrate, but also the new year and, a lot of different types of holidays where people are taking time off. So now is the really stressful time to kind of front load all of that work. Okay. That's great, but make sure you're still setting boundaries for yourself and for your work. So that way you're not overstressed and then you're getting into holiday parties and then you're, at the throats of all your family and your spouse because you're at your wit's end. Okay. So set boundaries for yourself when you're coming into all of that work and all into the holidays. Okay. I think it's also a good reminder. We'll talk about this again, I'm sure, next week or maybe the week after when it comes for the holiday. But being able to have those hard conversations with the people that you love about the expectations around the holidays, around this time of year, you know, because of sort of the environment, less vitamin D, less happy, right? We're also more reactive, more emotional, more charged. Not that we're looking for a fight or anything like that, but we're less likely to communicate and be fun loving, and we're more likely to get our feelings hurt and to jump to conclusions. So it's so valuable, important to have those times where we're intentional about our decompression, intentional about just self-care and feeling good, intentional about the work that we do, and then the time we take off from that work as well, because all of those things are going to lead you into a successful new year, lead you into enjoying the holidays, okay, getting all that work front loaded so you can actually sit and relax with your family. That is important, right? So you're not having to take all those calls and trying to push those year-end opportunities out later. Try and get those done now and lock all that stuff in. So that way come the holidays, you can relax, you can have fun with your family, you can just kind of unwind, right? We want to be able to set ourselves up to we're in the opportunity to be able to do that. Okay. So again, touching on setting yourself up for that goal January when you're trying to get the New Year's resolution stuff, right? So think about what are those goals. Maybe you haven't even thought about that yet. Okay. And I'm not big on like, okay, January 1st, I'm going to change my life, right? I believe you should start making those changes all the time, every day, every week, and just trying to incrementally just grow and change and get better every day, right? But the general population, it's so big, that New Year's resolution. So if that's you, and set yourself up for success this new year. The reason why people don't follow through is because they set these unrealistic expectations. We're going to be actually talking about that come January 1st. That's going to be the biggest thing about Mindset Monday, but touching on it now I think is valuable. So you can kind of see, what does that mean to set yourself up for success? Okay. Well, it means starting now by setting those goals and thinking about what you want to achieve in January, and maybe, knocking out some of those tasks that you would have to do, right? If you don't have a gym membership, great, go get one, right? Go get it now. They might have some specials going on. They might have some specials in New Year's. They always do. Um, but being able to have that in place and already kind of in sort of a routine, so then you jump into January, boom, it's easy, you're already there, you don't have to struggle, you're not worried about it, right? That's setting yourself up for success. Same with diet. If you're really looking to lose some weight come the new year, great. Well, start now by thinking about what your intake is already. Think about maybe start using a tracker or something of that sort, and really thinking about, okay, what is the quality of food that I'm taking in? How does it make me feel? And that way, come January, you kind of have a jump start on that as well. And you're not just overwhelmed with, well, I can't eat anything, right? Because that's the restrictive mindset. We also don't want you to shame yourself into thinking you can't enjoy the holiday food either, because that's not true. Okay. So think about balance there, right? Okay, getting, again, front loading those proteins, maybe front loading vegetables too, so then when you get to the holiday party, you've already had a lot of healthy food throughout the day. Now just go and allow yourself to indulge a little bit, and don't feel guilty about that. Okay. And then don't overdo it on the holiday parties. If you got 3 or 4, just be smart about it, have fun, maybe go to them, but again, guys, you got to do what feels good for you too, but realize what that is going to do for your overall goals. Okay, so we want to start thinking about those goals now instead of waiting till January 1st, and then just going ham. Okay. So those are the big things. Also, when it comes to mindset and keeping ourselves healthy and not so worried about depression and anxiety and all the things coming up, well, food and nutrition, exercise, sleep, all of those play a huge role. So be thinking about blue light blocking glasses at nighttime before you go to bed. I'll be throwing mine on here soon. Try and limit your screen time. Maybe no screens if you can, hour to an hour and a half before you go to bed. That's going to help raise that melatonin production, lower the cortisol, and help you sleep. Okay. That's going to be super beneficial for recovery, for brain health, for all of the encompassing, right? And then maybe set up some type of a mindset routine as well. You guys know I love tapping. I do a round in the morning, I do a round at night, and if anything comes up during the day, I'm tapping, right? I think it's so easy and so valuable to just kind of add that in. It's very quick. If you guys haven't checked out my videos on those, maybe I'll send a link, post to one of those too, just on an intro and kind of what I use and how I do it. You guys can always obviously ask questions and reach out to. And always think about some sort of like meditation or anything just to kind of decompress your body and kind of relax, right? That mindset is really beneficial. Adding in the healthy stuff and the exercise is really good for like inducing that, right? Helping with the mental health as well. Another thing is thinking about maybe like a happy light or something, setting that circadian rhythm. That's going to be very beneficial for you. Waking up setting sort of a time where you're waking up at the same time every day, going to bed around the same time every night, really trying to set that routine that's going to help you minimize some of that, you know, just shitty feeling, minimize a lot of that um, tiredness, lethargicness, right? Get that circadian rhythm so you can be waking up just naturally feeling good. The cortisol is higher in the morning, then it drops off, and then you're ready to go to bed. Getting your body in that kind of rhythm is so important. If you have shift work and different things, you're going to have to minimize or mitigate that damage a little bit more. And if you have specifics, definitely reach out or comment. I would be happy to dig in a little bit more specific for you. But that's the big thing, guys. Really minimizing the amount of stress during this time of year, maximizing your ability to kind of set yourself up for success come the new year. All right. Of course, like every good YouTuber, like, subscribe, share this with your friends. And guys, reach out, please. I love creating this content for you. So excited to just continue, growing the studio and putting more and more effort and money into getting these videos nice and high quality for you. And obviously, the most important is the value of the content. So if you guys are getting value, please share that and let me know. I love to hear your feedback and any specifics that you guys are looking for help on too. All right, so I will see you guys next week for Mindset Monday. Enjoy the rest of your week. I hope you guys are just absolutely crushing it.